So I'm at the Chidambaram stadium. I'm seeing that there's a lot of hangover from the IPL which is still there. While the test match is yet to start tomorrow, you can see that signage of Tala, all that. Of course, that's a painting, so that won't go away in some time. But yes, Tata IPL 2024 talks about when the MRTS train, which is flying above, when will that leave? So I can see some traces of IPL. IDFC, I don't know who's the sponsor for this test series. I don't see any sponsor painting yet inside the stadium. This is usually the C, D and E stands. So I didn't know there's a temple, Arulmigu Shri Nageshwari Amman Alayam. So while you have the F upper and F lower stand gate 8, there is also a temple. I've never noticed this in Chepauk. I can see a house over there, nothing here. And that's the MRTS train. We're seeing that there are all these new paintings that have this cricket theme. I didn't see it for the IPL. You see it all over there. Of course, in Chennai, wherever you go, you're never far away from a temple. So there's a temple. We saw one temple in the stadium. We're seeing one temple in Bells Road, which is where you enter for the A.G. Ram Singh gate. Your stands that are side view, essentially gate 13 to 15 are this side. Very interesting paintings in the walls. They've been done all over. At least this part of the walls don't have cricket. Those parts had cricket. And we are around gate 13, gate 14. And this is ideally I and J, which is like a point covers kind of view if the right-hander is batting. And for fans who feel that there's too much of nerdy cricket going on, they can always come out of gate 14, gate 15 to sample something in Chennai which is very unique, which is Chennai's own, or rather the government's own alcohol shop. They are the ones in Tamil Nadu. The government themselves license alcohol, and it's called TASMAC, where TASMAC stands for the Tamil Nadu Agricultural and Marketing Committee. So this part of Chennai also is famous for a lot of the two-wheeler shops. As you walk along Bells Road next to gate 14, 15, you will see that there are so many two-wheeler shops that are present here. Every shop is literally a two-wheeler shop where they buy and sell old vehicles. It's a bit like in T Nagar in Chennai, where you have jewelry shops right next to each other. So this is like a second-hand market for two-wheelers. Next to gate 15, Moscow bikes. That's the only thing Chennai is going to get that is remotely Russian. A3 bikes. And then of course you have all these mansions or guest houses that are very famous for triplicate. This area is famous for bachelor accommodation and mansions. Let's check if accommodation is full. They have AC rooms. I'm just curious if it's like the IPL. Room है क्या? सब खाली. मैच के लिए आए हैं लोग. अच्छा ऐसे ही full है. अच्छा. That's the entrance to the Madras Cricket Club. The MCC stand is usually long off and covers. Shares its borders with the newly constructed KMK stand. KMK is now like the gold standard for straight view viewing. And yes, that's the Madras Cricket Club. I'm trying to see if I can get in and meet another friend of mine today at the MCC stand. So if you're in Chennai, what you should definitely do is sample the rose milk. These days, earlier it used to be in Mylapore in a store called Kalati, but now rose milk is famous all over. A lot of small rose milk franchisees have come up. This is right next to the stadium. That's where the stadium lights are. And of course, if you're in Chennai, you can't be far away from two popular cricket stars. One is Sachin Tendulkar. There's a store that's named after him called Sachin Sports, sells all sports goods. And of course, Chennai's adopted son. And of course, India's captain, World Cup winning captain. So these are the two prominent landmarks that people come to see if they can buy some sporting goods, merchandise. But yes, these are the two places. And of course, don't miss all of the milkshakes or the rose milk, because you will need it in Chennai's heat. So this is a painting of the erstwhile Madras Cricket Club. has a very British structure. இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு வீடு மாதிரி ஒரு பிரிக் இருக்கும், அதில் அடிப்பான் உடையும் வந்து.
அதை அப்படியே ரீட்டைன் பண்ணிக்கலாம்.
அப்படியா? இங்கே
இப்போ நீ ஃப்ரண்ட்டில் பார்த்தா ஸோ இது இப்போ ரீசெண்டாக ரெனோவேட் பண்ணுறது.
கரெக்ட். இது எம்சிசி இந்த வேர்ல்ட் கப்புக்கு தானே பண்ணாங்க,
ஐபிஎல். இப்போ பாரு அதே இதுதான் ரீட்டைன் பண்ணுறது.
இப்போ இது எம்சிசி கரெக்டா? இங்கே இது இருக்குது இங்கே, அதாவது தான் அந்த கிளாக் டவர் மாதிரி மேலே ஒரு வீடு டைல்ஸ்.
அந்த ஒரிஜினல் லுக் அப்படியே ரீட்டைன் பண்ணுறாங்க, உள்ள ஃபுல்லாக ரீட்டைன்.
So there's this painting. It doesn't look like Chennai because there's mountains or other hills in the backdrop. There's a minaret. Though, you know, Chepauk has a fairly minaret or Islamic, neighborhood. I don't think this is Chepauk. Some photos, caricatures of Rodney Marsh, Botham, Swaroop Kishan. I don't know who this umpire is. The name looks familiar. That's of course Kapil Dev. These are யாரா பவுன்சர் போடுறான்? This looks like Green Hick, but I don't know who it is exactly. These are all smudged. Somewhere it looks like you've seen all these photos in some sports star. அது ஒரு ஆயில் பெயிண்ட் மாதிரி பண்ணிட்டாங்க, வந்து அது யாருன்னே தெரியாமல். But do people come sit here and watch the game? This looks very similar to Brabon.
இங்கே வந்துட்டு barring international games you can watch every game.
That's the ground, and there is some memorabilia here at the ground. MS Dhoni has signed a ball, and of course the bat too, to the Madras Cricket Club. And there's Farooq Engineer, India's wicketkeeper in the 1975 World Cup, and involved in I think our first ever World Cup victory, in a 10-wicket victory against East Africa. Sachin Tendulkar. I think the time test matches used to happen in Chepauk, I remember it as the Tendulkar Triplicane Tiruvizha.